Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Let there be peace, let there be peace, let there be peace. Sending you all lots of love, light and blessings on this day, wherever and whatever you are doing. And I wanted to share something with you about a great sage called Ramana Maharshi. And you can probably see the gentleman here. This is Ramana Maharshi. And yesterday I was reading some books and literature, and I thought, I'm just gonna chill out and put on a YouTube doco or something like that. And this YouTube doco came up about Ramana Maharshi and a gentleman, a devotee of Ramana Maharshi's called Robert Adams, who was an American gentleman and spent time with Ramana, also known as Bhagavan. And the story was just incredible. And they had old footage where you could see Ramana, some footage I haven't seen, walking around the ashram. And Robert Adams told his story of being in the presence of Bhagavan. And he even said that Bhagavan brought him food. I mean, just think about that. This holy sage on this Robert Adams' first or second day in the ashram brought his food. It's just incredible. Imagine the feeling that Robert Adams must have had. Anyway, I watched the documentary. It's 45 minutes long. You can find it online. Just Ramana Maharshi and Robert Adams. Both have left the body now. But it reminded me of the power of the self and Ramana in particular, because it must have been 6 to 9 months into my self-inquiry, Advaita Vedanta journey. And in the silence, these names or words would come in, and I didn't understand them. Most of them were in, I don't know, Hindi or Martha or something or other, but I didn't recognize them. But what I would do is hold on to the word or the name, and then I'd Google it straight after. And after about 6 to 9 months, this name came in, Ramana, 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 and I was like, okay. So after that particular day in sadhana, forget if it was morning or evening, I went online and I went to search for Ramana. And the first thing that came up was Ramana Maharshi, self-inquiry. So I researched everything I could about Ramana Maharshi, and there's a really great movie on YouTube or documentary. It's called Yani, which is Jnani, and it's all about Ramana's life and how he lived in Tirunelveli in South India, in an ashram at the foot of the great mountain Arunachala. Om Namah Ramana, Om Namah Ramana, Om Namah Ramana. The feelings of joy I have for the ashram and Ramana and Arunachala are overwhelming. I was called to go there and went to India for the first time last year and have been back since, but I spent some time in Tirunelveli in Ramana's ashram at the foothills of Arunachala, and was very blessed to spend time there and really absorb his energy, because it's still there, it's omnipresent, it's just everywhere. I went to the main Shiva temple and received darshan from a Brahmin priest, and it was just an incredible experience. But anyway, going back to the experience of Ramana. So Ramana came in, and I was researching Ramana, and then for about, I forget now, but maybe, I don't know, 3-4 months, his presence was there. All I could do was see his face. I would go into sadhana, into the silence, asking, who am I? And all I could see was his face and his presence. And it was as if, I don't know, he was supporting my awakening or my journey towards awakening. And I could just see his face, and I could feel his presence, his omnipresence. And it was an incredible experience. But I just wanted to share that because we never know who's going to show up on this journey or what is going to show up on this journey. The end goal is self-realization, God realization, call it what you will. liberation, freedom, Satchitananda, all those words that mean the same thing. But many great teachers show up, gurus, and they're not even in the body because they're omnipresent. They're here everywhere. When Ramana was coming to the end of his time in the body, you'll see this on the Yanni documentary if you choose to watch it. Some of his devotees were crying and were like completely upset and overwhelmed because they knew that the imminent passing of Ramana Maharshi, the great sage of Arunachala, was close. And he looked at them and he said, I'm not going anywhere. I am here. I am always here and will always be here. You hold too much attachment to the body. Just think about that for a moment. And that same presence of self, which he, the great Ramana Maharshi, was in permanently and could be seen by everybody, could be felt by anyone in his presence. That same presence is your presence, your true self. We just need to de-hypnotize ourselves from this body and this mind experience and delete and remove all the impressions that have been created the time in the body. It's really simple. You just go into a quiet room and ask, who am I? And all will be revealed to you. They will come. I was reading something the other day and it was about the blossoming flower. Allow the flower to blossom naturally and the bees will naturally come for the honey. In this case, ask, who am I? Blossom, allow the self to awaken and grow at its own pace. Some people it's going to be quicker than others. Some people maybe a longer period of time, but allow that flower to blossom within and everything will come. Everything will be shown. Everything just will be, because you are the true self. You are the divine impression of that which cannot be named. Om Namah Ramana Maharshi, Om Namah Ramana Maharshi, Om Namah Ramana Maharshi. Om. 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 Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Let there be peace. Let there be peace. Let there be peace.